What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and guess what? I saw Assassin's Creed, and I know what some of you are saying. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you do that to yourself? And the reason is so that you won't have to. And it hurts to say that because I have really enjoyed the Assassin's Creed franchise over the years, but, you'd think they'd learn. You'd think that the stuff that fans have said since the first game, have consistently said every Assassin's Creed game, you would think that would eventually sink in with Ubisoft, but alas, it hasn't. And what we have in the Michael Fassbender-led Assassin's Creed movie is exactly what we have in all the video games. And it's unfortunate because the video game movies get such a bad rap, and I was really rooting for this one. I was hoping that, we would see something that was good and enjoyable, and, it's a movie, there's certainly worse movies out there. It's a competent movie. It has a story, and if you follow it, you're going to understand it, mostly. If you are an Assassin's Creed fan, you're probably going to sit there and say they are spending way too much time establishing everything. But I kind of try to go into the movie as if I knew nothing about Assassin's Creed, with the perspective of, what it would be like for somebody that just sees, hey, it's the latest Michael Fassbender movie. Jeremy Irons is in it and a bunch of other people. So, what is this all about? And, you'll figure it out, and they do a decent enough job explaining it. I just kind of feel like they'd spent way too much time explaining it, way too much time on Cal Lynch's backstory, just way too much time on the present day, on Abstergo. And that is exactly what everybody always complains about. For years, it's like, we don't care about Desmond. We don't care about Desmond. And now we don't have Desmond. We have Cal Lynch. Because, God forbid, Hollywood uses anything related to what got them there, Assassin's Creed as a movie exists because of its past. So that means Desmond, unfortunately, and all the different characters that led up to that. Now, I understand you want to tell a little bit of a unique story. That's fine. So I'll deal with that. But what they give us is just it's not what Assassin's Creed fans deserve. And it's weird because, there is a huge loyal following for this, and it's because of the assassins. It's because of the past. And they use such a great setting, the Spanish Inquisition, Aguilar and other people, because they spend so little time with Aguilar and the Spanish Inquisition that we never understand who the character is. We just know that Abstergo is looking for the apple of Eden, and it's going to it's going to get rid of willpower. It's going to change humanity. And yeah, obviously there's spoilers, but trust me, you have nothing to worry about. Save your money. You don't need to go see this in the theaters. Wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or DVD, or hell, just wait until it's a cold, rainy day and you ain't got nothing else to do and it's on a rerun loop on TNT or something. You don't need to go to the theater. You don't need to spend the money. I wouldn't even pay matinee money. I mean, maybe I would. I already did, but I do these things for you so that you don't have to. Alas, back to the story. The shots they did, of Aguilar and his part of the story were actually not awful, There's this weird, haze thing going on. We didn't understand that we're in the past. I would have just loved it if they just went with a straight up shoot. And the worst part for me was subtitles. It drives me nuts. I know a lot of people play Japanese, video games, and my buddy Multitude, he'll leave the subtitles on and let the Japanese, let them speak Japanese and just have the English subtitles. I hate that. I think it takes attention away from what's happening on screen. And I get it. Like, there are people all over the world that are like, yo, this American, he thinks he's got it bad because in one movie he had to read his English on the screen. I get that. If that's the way you feel, that's fine. That's valid. And trust me, I knew I was opening myself up for that when I said this. But I think at this point in the entertainment industry, English is the universally accepted language, for movies, especially movies that are, I guess theoretically it's a game that's made by people in Canada, French Canada. So I guess I really don't have much of an argument, but I just think that it would have been so much smoother if I could have focused on what was happening and not had to read subtitles, because there was something good going on there and it was lost on me. And this movie needed everything that it could to go its way. It's bombed in the box office, as it should, and it's unfortunate because I think Fassbender did a good job, and I think he's quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. It's just this movie was lacking, and there's not any chemistry, and face tattoos are stupid, and I'm tired of it, and it shouldn't be a trend. Like, that was another thing that drove me nuts. Like, all these little things that, Assassin's Creed lore has built, and we're dealing with face tattoos, and it's like, there were not face tattoos back then. There haven't been face tattoos in any Assassin's Creed game. Like, what are we doing? Why are we... I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. Not enough time in the past with Aguilar. I don't even really understand much about Aguilar other than he was the last person to know where the Apple of Eden is. They somehow managed to tie it to Christopher Columbus. I guess he wasn't... people are starting to consider him an awful dude, so they had to, make him part of the Assassin Order or something. But I just don't... I don't know why... I know why they made the movie. I just don't know why they go this direction all the time. Like, the last thing that Assassin's Creed fans wanted to see was a nearly 2-hour movie that spends like an hour and a half of it in the present day. Like, that's literally what everybody complains about. Not wanting to deal with the in-between, the Abstergo part. Like, that's exactly what they don't want. And for some weird reason, like, they keep taking all these people with assassin blood and they drain them until they realize, oh, they're of no use to us. And they just keep them around. And why? I don't understand it. Like, that part of the story made no sense. They're Templars. Why wouldn't... All right, you're not useful to me anymore. Okay, you're dead. Isn't that, like, how they would normally do it? Like, why are they keeping them around? Maybe that is actually what they would do. I don't know, but it just seems to make little sense. So shocker, when they're threatened by the fact that, Cal Lynch's character is not playing along and comes across as somebody that's going to sell them out, then yeah, they acted. But my biggest complaint of the movie is it doesn't seemingly give enough of a nod to the past, Like, I would have liked to have seen them work more Ezio in, work more Altair, more Connor, more Kenway, the brother and sister from Syndicate, I tried so hard to look at all the things in the background whenever they showed, like, newspaper clippings or anything, or especially in the scene where all the assassins are surrounding Cal Lynch. I especially was looking... There might have been somebody that was Edward Kenway's father. I don't know. But he didn't give us really much of anything to work with there, Like, no references that I could find. And I'm not going to watch the movie again to try to find it, but I don't know, guys. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray because I'm a sucker and that's what I do. And I have every Assassin's Creed game there is. And I'm going to have to add this to the collection. But, save your money. It's not worth seeing. 4 out of 10. If you have seen it, I'd love to know what you think. Maybe you guys caught some of those references that I didn't. But I don't know, man. This movie's all over the place. I didn't really want to invest that much time into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. We'll see you.